I wonder what the hell that thing means. What's up guys, welcome back to Ride the Bean. Today we are on Senja somewhere.
Yeah, northwest on Senja.
And your friend were kind enough to lend us his cabin or vacation home.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
You know, connections.
That's what it's all about.
I know you like your tent, but a bed is quite nice too.
Yeah, and a nice fireplace we had last night. That was great.
Yeah.
But today's plan is to head back to the mainland towards Tromsø, and then on the way we have some interesting spots to visit, no?
Yeah, we do. Well, we will eventually find the mainland, but first we're gonna swap over to another island, and then another island.
Okay, cool.
And then when we are leaving the city of Tromsø, then we are on the mainland.
Okay.
But we have still about 24 hours until we are on the mainland. But
well, we have
another island.
Another day of adventure then.
Yeah.
I guess let's just get on the road before it starts raining again.
Yeah, but it looks nice right now.
Yeah, it does. Cool. Another day on the road. This is a really, really beautiful place. We arrived here yesterday in the beautiful sunshine and got to see the sun set over the ocean. And as soon as the sun had set, it started pouring down again. We're always slightly too late. But today as well, we need to rush to get to the ferry. What the hell? I don't know why it's so hard to get on the road in the morning. This building is called the Crow's Castle, and it's kind of like this artist's house. And then there's like a small festival there, I think, music festival, and like a hippie artsy thing. That's kind of cool. Today the weather is nice, but it's very windy, and it's supposed to start raining around 2 o'clock today. So we want to get as far as we can before that time. This place is just so beautiful. Landscape out here on Senja is just out of this world. I wish we had another day or two to explore this island, but fortunately we don't, because we have something we need to get to even further up north, which is going to be quite a unique experience. So keep watching the next few episodes. It's going to be some interesting things happening. I've been invited to quite a special thing close to the Russian border. So I'm really curious, really excited about that. That is the ferry that we need to catch, and we have 6 minutes to get there before it leaves. Oh, this is cutting it close again. Oh, we made it. Cars just started to drive onto the ferry. Whew. just in the nick of time again. We need to stop cutting it this close. We cut it close again.
Huh?
We cut it close again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Came last and get on the ferry first. It's the great thing about having a bike. Now made it by 1 minute again. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to stop and actually enjoy the view. But the view from the fjord here is also stunning.
Well, from time to time, a jet start in the morning is necessary. And today it was. But I really don't like jet starts. Smooth starts
Yeah.
is the best.
That island in the distance is called the Summer Island. And that's where we're going later. But first we're going to the Whale Island, kvaløya. It was a bit strange. You have to back off the ferry. Never seen that before. Well, it's an interesting way of doing it. Wonder why, because you can drive in and out of both ends. So why did they back up? Well, okay. Welcome to Kvaløya, the Whale Island. Brinsholmen. There you have a fish made out of probably whale bone. Hikers, cool. Would love to pick them up, but unfortunately I can't fit them on the bike. It is so windy. It's beautiful here though. And the sunshine. I'm always impressed by these bicyclists. So bike these vast distances. I'm cheating with my motorcycle. I think that's tiring. Doing it by human power, that's impressive. But I can see the appeal of it. You go really slow and you really get to see everywhere you go. On the bike, you go past things so quickly that you don't really have time to react and to stop, and so you just keep going. This bridge is awesome. So cool. I love these bridges crossing these islands. Here the current is quite strong. And the wind is really, really strong. So beautiful, this landscape. Incredible. Welcome to the summer island. I don't know why it's called a summer island, but oh, this color of the water is just stunning. Turquoise, and then turns into dark blue further out. You see the golf ball looking thing on top of the mountain there? That is a military radar. And that means that unfortunately I'm not allowed to fly the drone anywhere near here. But I probably couldn't fly it anyway because it's so damn windy. Huh. Where are we now? What is this place?
Well, we are on sommarøy, Summer Island, and out here in the furthermost you need a strap for that one. A strap
and it's my old cap that never blew off.
So it's windy and
it's
rugged.
Really windy here.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful area though. Beautiful beach. Ah, fuck me. What the hell? Okay.
I would just have stuffed that away because it's only a matter of time before you lose it.
Wow.
So you can imagine on a hot summer day and maybe not wind.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic place.
Oh, this radar, what kind of radar is this?
Well, it is a radar that monitors the ocean.
Like a military radar for like monitors enemy ships and stuff, or fishing or
potential enemy ships.
Potential
we don't
threat?
have, actually, the thing, we don't have an enemy. Norway haven't had an enemy for like 80 years.
I guess Russia is considered an enemy.
Well, now you're getting political. I'm going to state it right now. Even though I have 34 years in Norwegian Armed Forces and what is going on now in Ukraine, I do not have any issue with the Russian people.
No, it's not the Russian people, but the Russian states.
Government might have stepped a little bit wrong, and in time they will pay for that, I think. But when it comes to the question enemy, I don't think we have an enemy right now, but they are there to prevent and defend Norway from potential enemies. And that radar is one of many radars from the border between Norway and Russia all the way south to the border between Sweden and Norway. So it is a part of what is called the coastal radar chain.
A whole busload of people came just as we were about to leave, and they blocked the road to get out. Well, this Summer Island is a beautiful place. And walking back to the hotel now, the lady at the reception told us about a find that was made here in 2020 of a Viking lady in a boat that was buried in a boat dating back to 720, so 1300 years. That is pretty cool. There's been Viking settlements on this island for well, way over 1,000 years. Probably 1,500 years. 1,300 years. That's really cool. But now we are setting course for Tromsø, the biggest city in northern Norway. It's kind of a special city. It's located on an island as well. Up here there are so many islands. It's hard to keep track of what is what and where is where, and where the roads go, which islands have bridges and which ones have ferries, and it can get confusing to travel up here, I think. But it is stunningly beautiful. Who would have thought that northern Norway has some of the most beautiful white sandy beaches in the world? Then suddenly the clouds came in again and starting to rain. Again, this weather in Norway is so unpredictable. Now, the island we are on now is called Kvaløya. It's the whale island. I'm not sure where it got its name from, but I think back in the 1800s, 1900s, there was a lot of whaling going on in the north of Norway. And this island, there was a big whaling station. Norway is one of 2 countries still in the world who still do whaling. The whale meat is a staple in Norwegian food history, whatever you call it. So whale meat is still allowed to eat in Norway, and it's allowed to catch whales in Norway. And I think the other country is Japan, still allow whaling. But all the other countries have banned it. Huh. Wow, it's raining like crazy on the other side of the fjord there, over that mountain. And then over there it's sunny. This contrast are beautiful. The blue skies behind those mountains and the sun coming through. And here just grey and foggy and rainy. So interesting to see. I think it is time to Teletubby up again. Damn it. This weather is just impossible. The hell? Is my drinking tube leaking? Why is it leaking when I bend over? Oh, look at the rainbow. The day started off so nice, so beautiful, and then rain, rain, rain. And of course, as soon as the rain suit is on, it stops raining. Okay, let's get going. Of course, now it stopped raining. It started pouring down, and then so we stopped to put on. Oh wow! A crow and a seagull fighting over a fish or something. That was interesting. And now we're gonna stop and see something pretty interesting that dates back 9,000 years. Here, I think we have something very, very interesting. Look at this.
This is Skavberget, and what you can see here are rock carvings. And they date back to between 4,500 to 7,000 years before Christ, or before BC. And there are 3 layers of these rocks. One is here, and it depicts what they think is like reindeer and pigs and a seal, and it also shows the different seasons and what people were hunting throughout the different seasons in this area. And they think that like there are several of these carvings in the area, and I think that this was a way of communicating between groups of people to tell each other what kind of animals were in these parts. That's pretty cool.
It really does put things in perspective. I'm getting kind of humbled by this.
It's pretty cool. So this is like 9,000 years ago, 7,000 to 9,000 years ago.
Yeah.
That's insane. People have been living here since the ice left. So the ice sort of melted around 10,000 years ago, and as soon as it disappeared, people moved in. And they've been here ever since. The other carvings is like 3 layers, so that was number 3, and then 2 and 1 is higher up in the mountainside here. I'm out looking for it, but I came across this thing. This is pretty cool. There's a shelter hidden away with a proper chimney and fireplace and everything. I wouldn't mind sleeping here. There's even firewood left out. This is like a proper solid stove fireplace. Where are these rock carvings? I think I must have gone the wrong way. Now I'm in someone's backyard. Oh, here they are. Oh, they're actually on someone's property. This is the layer number 1. And here you have 2 humans holding either a fishing device or some sort of weapon, they think. And I think it's a man and a female. And here's a male lower body part with a huge, a huge dick. That's kind of funny. And it's like a moose head, they think, or a deer head. And a bear. And here as well, it's a moose or a deer, reindeer. This is so cool. I wonder what the hell that thing means. This must be telling some sort of story. What do you guys think all of this means? And here is the second layer. It's a little bit covered in the brush, but it looks like it's a pig, and I'm not sure. These lines are a little bit unclear, but apparently if you look at the bigger picture, it looks like a small pig, and then this is the body of a larger deer that goes up here, but it sort of disappeared a little bit over time. You see the water is coming through the cracks here, and apparently when the stone is wet and the sun is shining on it, you can, like, these carvings, they pop out and they glisten in the sunlight. And another fun thing, if you see that island over there, there's an island in between that island with the mountains and here. And some years ago, there was a trial project where they released musk ox out on that island. So there's still, I don't know how many, but quite a few musk ox roaming that island. So it's quite dangerous. You can't really go on that island because musk ox are not to be messed with. Well, that was really, really cool. I love seeing these things. It puts like the history in perspective for me. Seeing these, like, thinking about people having lived here for almost 10,000 years. I wonder what these people were like. Life here is not like easy now. Now we have all the luxuries with electricity and machines and everything. It's not difficult in the same way, but like the weather conditions and the harsh climates and the dramatic everything, like getting from A to B anywhere. You have to cross fjords. Everything is on an island. So even life today is difficult. What the hell was it back then? It must have been peaceful. But now we are going to another very interesting place. If you remember the first episode when I left for on this trip, leaving Trondheim, I started the episode near a monument honoring the British Air Force, the Royal Air Force soldiers who lost their lives attacking a German ship called Tirpitz. And that German ship, it didn't sink in Trondheim, but it was damaged. And later it was brought up here to Tromsø, which is the city we're going to now. And here it was actually sank. Here it is. So this is the Tirpitz monument.
Yeah,
Tirpitz was sunk in, was it 1944?
I believe so. The sign says the 12th of November 1944.
Yeah.
And Tirpitz was the sister ship of Bismarck and Blücher, I believe. There are several opinions about it, but what I have heard, I'm not saying this is historically correct, but what I've heard is it was damaged in a big battle some other place, and they took it here and anchored it here to use it as an artillery ship, because it had huge cannons on board. And during that time there was approximately 900 people on board. Normally it should be several thousand, but as long as it was just used as an artillery ship, they have decreased in the numbers of persons on board. The Englishman was not satisfied that it was only damaged. They wanted to sink it. So a huge fleet of planes, many squadrons, they tried to release and drop the bombs directly on the vessel. But the armor of the vessel was so thick, and so they were not able to damage the ship even any further. But they saw that when the bombs dropped close to the vessel in the ocean, the vessel tilted over quite a lot. So they decided to drop all the bombs simultaneously at the same time on the side of the vessel, and that made the vessel tilt over and capsize upside down.
It's an interesting tactic.
I think it was 916 sailors on board that vessel that died that day. But most likely the cannons on board that ship took more than 916 other lives. So I'm not going to stand here and talk about what is fair and what is not.
War is war, it's terrible, regardless.
It is.
But it is fascinating as a historical thing and to learn from.
Yeah, it is.
This monument is actually from Tirpitz. It's a piece of steel from the actual ship.
Well, that was very interesting. It wasn't quite a museum or a memorial, but it's a very, very interesting story. Now, the next stop is Oslo City. No, it's not Oslo. Tromsø City. There's a pretty strong wind up here. It's 14 meters a second. This bridge leads into the city of Tromsø, also called the Paris of the North. They think that the reason that is the nickname of the city is because when people from the south came up here, the inhabitants were more sophisticated than they expected northerners to be, and so they dubbed it the Paris of the North. That's a weird thing. Welcome to Tromsø City. This is actually a kind of an interesting city. It's a relatively young city. This is actually my first time in this city, or actually my second time. But the first time wasn't that pleasant. I didn't really get to see anything because I was in an ambulance. It's kind of a surreal experience to be here. It brings back a lot of thoughts. And I was in the hospital here for a week, and then I was transported from the hospital here to the airport, where I flew an ambulance plane down to Trondheim for the rest of my recovery. And I spent another 4 weeks or so, 5 weeks in the hospital in Trondheim. But this city is kind of interesting. Officially, it's kind of a young city. It was officially founded January 1st, 1838. But in 1794, there was a charter written by King Christian VII of Denmark, Norway. At the time, Denmark, Norway needed to protect its borders, so they were sort of figuring out where the borders were supposed to go up in the north. The borders with Russia. Before that, Bergen was sort of the only port city that were allowed to sort of trade internationally. But in 1794, King Christian wrote a charter that there was supposed to be like a trade outpost here. And that was the foundations of the city charter. At the time, there was only 80 people living here, so it's kind of a strange thing to decide that you're supposed to create a city when only 80 people live here. but that was the foundation, the origin of why Tromsø was founded in the first place. Today I think there's like around 50,000 people living here, so still not very many, but in Norwegian standards it's still a city. And of course this city is known for the northern lights. Tourism in winter here is very popular because up here there's a very good chance to get to see the northern lights, and up here they're really strong. The most famous building in the city is this Ishavskatedralen, the Ice Sea Cathedral. It's a very uniquely designed building, and it's probably one of the biggest tourist attractions in the city. A very special cathedral church. Now we're going to his sister, who offered us a place to sleep. Cool, here we are. Ah, construction zone.
So this is my house for tonight. This is great. Another bed. This is awesome.
Men nu kan man alltså ta varje piano och bra. Och 7 morgon kvar dag.
Well, I think it's that time of the day, no?
It is, absolutely. It has been a long day.
It has.
We haven't driven so far, but we have seen a lot.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful ride. Sunny, rainy, windy,
Yeah.
sunny again.
And we have met Norwegians, French,
Yeah,
and there was a lot of nationalities on the ferry.
true.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, what are we saying?
cheers. Salud.
Sante?
Sante. Ah, that's good. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It's been a fun day for us. If you did, give me a thumbs up, click subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to see what we end up doing tomorrow. I don't know, what is the plan tomorrow?
Well, unless you have come up with better ideas, we're gonna have not a very long haul, but approx 500 kilometers tomorrow.
Oof.
It's gonna be a transport distance because we're gonna enter the northernmost county in Norway, and we're gonna cross some mountains, but the roads are very good, so it should be easy to do 500 kilometers.
Cool. That's going to be a long day on the bike then.
But we have to get up early.
Yeah.
Are you up for it?
Yeah, of course.
Cheers.
Well, see you guys in the next episode then. Peace.
This is good.
Right?
It is.
This is my favorite store-bought beer. I know it's a bit girly, but
Well, it says juicy.
yeah.
Well, it's strange but good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.